Have you ever been watching a show or playing a game when it suddenly introduces a character that really resonates with you? Not just because of how the character is introduced, but because of how they act or how they are treated, making them relatable, pitiful, or something else entirely. Nikke is full of these characters, and you'll have a hard time finding two that are alike. This is one of the beauties of Nikke, the wide variety of characters that range from relatable to hateable, even if they haven't been seen in basically forever. For me, an acolyte who enjoys tragedy, the moment my ears were graced with the lovely music of old tales, I knew my eyes were about to be graced with something beautiful. And oh how right I was. Cinderella is a character that perfectly encapsulates both the tragedy that I love and the despair that I enjoy when it comes to story writing and character development. Cinderella is a character who has gone through so much pain, loss, and sorrow, betrayed by her closest friend and comrade. The music for her event, Old Tales, perfectly portrays the tension that the second generation of Grimm's models went through during that point in the game's timeline, as well as the tragic events that befell them. So let's briefly go over the event in which Cinderella, not Anichiro, was introduced to us players on October 31st, 2024, when Old Tales was released to the public to critical acclaim. The event starts and stuff happens, secrets are revealed and other things happen, big lore drops, the queen shows her face. Anyway, it's super sad and super well written, and a story that stands out dramatically in the sea of events around it. That was a brief overview of Old Tales. When it comes to a tragic, unhappy story full of betrayal, sadness, and strain, I am a total sucker for them. Because stories like these let us see what the subject of these stories are really like. What kind of person are they when they're betrayed, backstabbed, left for dead? What will they do to those who have wronged them? Cinderella was just a little girl with a metal pipe when she laid eyes on the people who saved her life, who protected her from certain death, who became her idols, her icons of hope and salvation. And from that day, she wanted to become like them, to be on their level and to fight by their side, to improve herself and to prove herself worthy of being saved. Cinderella was corrupted and she attacked her friends. Her friends didn't know what was going on or why. At that moment, Cinderella's perfect image was shattered. Her mind was trapped behind a wall, watching herself do things that she has no control over. God, this is such sorrow. It's so bitter, I love it. Yet through all that, even though it wasn't her fault, she still took responsibility for something that she was not in control over, and she doesn't blame anyone for their hesitation in trusting her once again. She knew something was seriously wrong, yet she understood that even though something was seriously wrong with herself, she was still responsible for her actions, whether she acted on purpose or not. And that is what makes her so beautiful, and one of the most human Nikkes in the game. She might come across as mightier than thou with her insane power and her obsession with beauty and perfection, but who doesn't have some strange weirdness about them? If anything, her obsession with beauty never got in the way of her accepting responsibility or trying to improve herself. To Cinderella, beauty is a goal, not just a state of being, even though she likes to believe she lives in that. And that is why she's rather rough with Anis in the main campaign. Not because she's being arrogant, as I've seen other people say, but she could see the potential in Anis, like she sees the potential in the commander. And so that's why Cinderella spoke to Anis the way that she did, was to get through to Anis. And as we see, it worked, which is why we're talking to Dorothy now. So tell me about your favorite Nikkes and why you like them. Tell me why you don't like them. Not every character is perfect. Comment down below so my video gets more engagement, please. Let's talk about music for a second. I love music, and so do you, probably. I have no way of knowing, but what I do know is that Old Tales has some of the best music in the entire game. Hands down, no question. I love stringed instruments, from violins to cellos and guitars to my favorite stringed instrument of all time, the piano. The piano can take any song and instantly make it feel more refined and evoke an emotion in a way that we don't quite understand. To me, the piano represents a struggle, a refined struggle. The notes that are played are soft and elegant, or it can be rough and striking, being manipulated in real time with the little butt thingies, I don't know what they're called. The piano is, more often than not, a large instrument, impractical and imposing, something that is high class in both how it looks and sounds, but at its very core is just a simple string. Pianos are amazing because it is the perfect sound of a metal wire stretched so tight that its anguish, when put on display, becomes a beautiful note upon which many emotions can be felt. So what better instrument to represent Cinderella than a piano? A beautiful instrument for a beautiful Nikke who has a beautiful struggle and a beautiful story. I mean, Old Tales has some of the widest variety of music that is still cohesive to the vibe of the event. I mean, we got bangers like To the End, Path of Harmony, which I love to use in my videos, Star Seeker, Beyond, Mirror, Wall, and the theme of the man himself, Oswald. It is important to have things that you love in a piece of media, something that draws you back in, either to see them or to learn more about them. But at the same time, it is important that you have something that you can take away from the game, something that you can enjoy even outside the media it originated from. If you love something, you're going to be critical of it, because you want it to be the best thing it can be in your eyes. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And for me, Cinderella is absolutely that thing in Nikke. She isn't perfect, but she thinks highly of herself to the point that even if she isn't perfect, she doesn't give up. Not when her story isn't finished being written. Also, she's just so freaking cool. Sorry everyone, but no other Nikke in the game has not only seen the Rapture Queen herself, but fought her, and hurt her, and cut off the endless tide of Raptures from space. She saved humanity. Rather, she was the one who gave humanity a fighting chance, an opportunity to win, an opportunity to reclaim the surface. But even the best won't go far without the people to help them. Nikke sure loves to overuse the power friendship trope, I swear. Oh man. Old Tales and Cinderella have a very special place in my heart. My life is not the worst and my life isn't the greatest, but at the same time, life is a struggle to everyone in their own ways, and for the longest time I was not able to fully enjoy the emotional impact of games and stories and get excited about things, and that's when Old Tales came out. That's when Cinderella came out. The music perfectly aligned with my favorite style. Cinderella perfectly aligned with how I love characters to be written and voiced. Caitlin did an amazing job of voicing her. And it was that event, Old Tales and Cinderella, were kind of the ones that that rekindled that fire inside me to enjoy the game. I can't not listen to the music and get so emotional. Like, go to your little jukebox or whatever in the command center and go listen to the Old Tales soundtrack if you have it. It is so emotional. It is so beautiful, so sad, so tragic, but so beautiful. Man, heck, I even pre-ordered this like several $100 1/4 figure. I mean, I'm a figure collector. I like collecting figures, so this is absolutely going to go great in my collection. I also got a piece of artwork commissioned because I love her gotcha skin and it is beautiful, and no pun intended, it's great. I know Nikke is kind of wishy-washy when it comes to good events or not. Filler characters exist and filler events exist, but at the same time, it doesn't matter the direction that the game goes, and it doesn't matter exactly what the developers do. The past will always be as great as we remember it. I highly recommend just going back to the archives. I say this in every goddamn video. Go back to the archives. Go back to the archives and enjoy some of these old events, like Old Tales. Oh, and the fucking mini game in the mirror. Oh, that song. The do 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 do. I will start crying if I listen to that. So go play the mini game. It's in the gamepad thing in the upper left corner of the arcade or whatever. And tell me, what is your favorite event? What is your favorite character? Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ganuga Gep III, Big Papa G, and I will see you all later.